Hello and welcome. I was meaning to stream this morning, but yeah, things happened. So I thought I'd stream now. I was gonna stream past few days, but yeah, I did actually get ill. I woke up on Monday morning, had a sore throat. Tuesday, it got a bit worse, and I had a cold. Wednesday, was it Tuesday? Tuesday got worse. Wednesday got a little bit better. Then yesterday, like literally, I woke up absolutely fine. So I was ill for like one day. I don't know why. I don't know if that's possible to have a full sore. I mean, it didn't get to my lungs, which is good. So I didn't develop a cough or anything. But obviously, what that meant is it meant I couldn't live stream. So apologies, but yeah, haven't been ill for like over a year. So I think I've done quite well. And loads of people around me have been ill with COVID and all those kind of things. So we're back, back on track, back with the videos, back with live streams. Yeah, I'm gonna keep drinking plenty, but we'll see how we go. So we are about to kind of finish this part of the tank, really. Hello, Krieg, how you doing? Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks, Hybrid. Appreciate that, and thanks everyone for staying in there, hanging in there. I don't know. We'll wait until quite a few people join. I don't know if many people will join. It is a weekday after all. I'm always a bit conscious that people are probably at work and things, and you know. This Fellblade, that's a really good question. Thanks, Hybrid. I would say, you know what? I might have this for what are my 3 legions again? Supposedly, Dark Angels, Raven Guard, and Imperial Fists. This might be an Imperial Fist one. I don't know. This one's definitely Dark Angels. Like, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, I'm not sure I really kind of need two Fellblades for Dark Angels. We'll see. I might just have a do a U-turn. Oh, the barrels are a bit interesting to put together. There might be some join lines here. But I hope you're all well. 41, we need 39 and 38. I'm just going to take this big old plate off as well. The top plate. So we've got past all of the boring parts of the tank, the tracks mainly. It's all the fun stuff now. So we should be able to crack on a bit today. Yeah, we'll need that at some point. We're going to have heavy bolters in the top sponson. Yeah, it would have been nice to have option for Laz, but oh well. Oh, you've been painting Iron Warriors. Nice one. Oh, cool. That sounds really cool. Yeah. Is that a finished? I'm sure you mean Fellblade. One painted or primed black. It's not painted. No, it's just sprayed black with base coats of metal, and it's very rough base coats. You can see the black through the base coat. So no, that's no. I just thought I'd put it here to give you an idea of, you know, what the finished thing will look like. This is my second one. Yeah. I don't think I'll get third. I might do. If I do, I'd probably have one for Imperial Fists and another one for Dark Angels. But that's like, I'd rather get new minis than just duplicates. You know, but if they bring out a Glaive or a Falchion, then I'm sure they will bring out those. Then I'll be all over those, despite me already owning them in resin. So far, we haven't really got to any Fellblade specific parts, I don't think. You know, because I think the Glaive will share similar top plate, canopy, whatever you want to call it. Hello, Alex. Hello, Denmark. Free weathering. Nice one. Are the sponsons compatible with the Land Raider spine? They are, and I did say that in the unboxing. If you watch my unboxing video, I rejoice because I've got the sprues here. So this sprue that you get with the Fellblade, this last Cannon one is exactly the same one. It says 2021 on it. That's exactly the same Land Raider sponson that you get in the Land Raiders. So yeah, you can hot swap them, which is why I'm not choosing the las cannons for this. I'm going to choose, this is the new sponson that you get with the Fellblades. I'm going to choose the heavy bolters, which is another reason why I might use it for Imperial Fists. You've got the laser destroyers as well. I assume then you can pop the laser destroyers on a Land Raider, the quad heavy bolters on a Land Raider. Yeah. The temperature's dropped massively the past day. I was in the car this morning and it was 7 degrees. So yeah, it's dropped. Very windy yesterday. It was wet for a little bit, but yeah, it's mainly windy. We've got storm, I want to say Brian or BB, I don't know. But we had a storm yesterday. It was just really, really windy. I was expecting it to absolutely hammer it down, but I think most of that happened the night before. But yeah, now today, Friday, it's it's turned very cold. It's coat weather today. Many people have their heating on. I'm one of these that, yeah, really, really don't put my heating on. I've got some nice warm clothes, so I tend to just layer up a few more layers, like put a base layer on and then a t-shirt, a top, maybe a fleece on top of that. Yeah, I'd rather do that than sort of burn fuel to, because I just get too warm. Houses over here, they if they're well insulated, they keep their heat, and just end up being too hot in the evening. I mean, you really should set the heating to go on, like set it on an hour before you wake up or whatever, so you wake up and you're in a warm home, and then that's about it. Because you know, if you go to work, if you're out the house and things, there's absolutely no point in keeping it too hot. Okay, so I think we're ready. We are ready to put these plates on. We're going to join up this. We'll just take these doors off. That's another thing I mentioned in the last live stream, was the Legion specific, and I had a look on Games Workshop web store, and you can still get them. I think they're like £14.50 or so. You can still get these Legion specific Rhino doors, and they are fully compatible with the new plastic Fellblade, which again is perfect. The thing is, I can't think of anything else that they could improve this set other than being really nitpicky and including the glaive turret in there. But then you're looking at 145, 50 quid, 150 maybe, given that normally sprues are about 20 quid each separately. So that's if I'm being really, really nitpicky. I'd probably say that's the only thing. But other than that, it is a 10 out of 10 kit so far. Really, really enjoying it. Now to get these correct. Yeah, I think they just go in there. Oh, actually, I missed out a step, didn't I? I missed out the back engine. Yeah, let's actually do the back engine first. Almost skipped a beat. Let's do this back engine actually. Wonder why there's something missing. Is that 57? That's 57. Fair enough. West Midlands getting cold pretty quickly. You just wear shorts and t-shirts. That's fair enough. Yeah, I remember being in Lincoln and seeing a couple of people wearing shorts and t-shirt, and this was like middle of December. I was like, okay, fair play. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't get cold as much as I used to. Hi, Evan. How you doing? No, I literally just started. I've just cut some things off sprue. You haven't missed anything. Nice to see you. You only missed my intro, which was me complaining about one-day illness. which I'm glad it was only one day. I mean, that's quite awesome. I was only ill for one day. Much better than a protracted, you know, get a cold, get a sore throat, spreads to the lungs, cough your guts up so that your throat gets even more sore. I mean, yeah, I'm quite chuffed that it wasn't very long. If you had to choose, what's your favourite kit? I say my favourite kit is the Warlord Titan. My favourite model and kit kind of combined is still the Thunderhawk. Like, if I could only have one, or if I could have multiples, like, it would be the Thunderhawk. Yeah. But just iconic, definitely the Warlord at the moment. 24. That's for the future. That plate right there. We're looking for 23. Here it is. Yeah, this is a nice little project. This tank. So there's 22. And 26 and 25. These look very Thunderhawk-esque, these supports. If we do 26 that side, 25 the other. And yeah, and there's the advert. My audio quality. No. Oh, I dropped the top. Oh, now I've really done it. I can't change it, Revan. Like, I literally cannot change the audio. I had I didn't have the wired mic on, and people said it was low. Now I've got the wired mic on, which is literally right next to my mouth, and you're saying it's still low. Sorry. Is the resin Astraeus? Have you built it? Have you built the Astraeus? Oh, good, good. That's good to hear. I mean, I built one and magnetised it, but I haven't really started the other one. There's a few tanks I need to build and things, newer tanks that I haven't started before I get to that, like the Falchion and the Glaive, and you know. I'd like to do a comparison with all of them, in the resin and the plastic, and you know, so in that respect I'm a little bit like a sneaker head, sneaker collector, in that they'll buy like Air Jordans from 10 years ago or probably more, and then they'll buy the new ones and they'll compare them, materials, fit, colours, design, things like that. They'll go quite into depth with them. And I'm very similar, but just with Warhammer. you know, and then at the end I'll give you a comparison. I'll have resin Fellblade, plastic Fellblade, resin falchion, plastic falchion, and so on. I'll give you a full full collection lowdown. Yeah. You got me until about 3 o'clock or so, 3 or 4. I will be back tomorrow, definitely. Okay. I know I say this quite a lot, but I will definitely be back tomorrow. I can't see myself being more ill than today. So I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully, we'll have the Space Marine Captain with Jump Pack coming tomorrow. So I'll live stream that. You know, no one really wants to see me live stream build a Space Marine, but I'll do it anyway, and maybe some of the time left over I can crack on with this. But while everybody's here now, what do you think of the Terminator set that's up for pre-order tomorrow? You know my thoughts on paywalls and Games Workshop hiding good monies behind a paywall. And tomorrow's set will be one such kit. I don't know. I can make about 5 videos out of that set. Do you think I should pick it up? Like at the moment, I'm kind of 60% for it, 40 against. Maybe even 55 for it, 45 against. I mean, the pros are 5 videos, new models, good content for the channel. I like Terminators. But the negatives are, it's a lot of money. They'll be released in the next 3 weeks, so I'll still make videos on them. And I'm against paywalls. So you see my conundrum. There's a few points for and against picking that set up. You know, another negative is it's got minis I already have in there, like the standard set of Terminators, the Captain, and the Chaplain. So that's like 3 units that I already have, just replicating. Exhaust, no, they're not one piece. You have to join them, unfortunately. So we'll do that next, and then I don't think I'll glue them in until they're dry, because you can file that join together, and also use the Tamiya as well. The audio is still very quiet. Interesting. Well, literally, I've got the mic like right next to my. There's nothing I can. The mic. No, it says retouch. I don't know. Let me unplug the mic and put it back in. Any better? No worries, Alex. Have a good one. Um, yeah, good, good. Yeah, the Dreadnought is my favourite too. Um, depends on the Terminators. Okay. Hey Maxim, how you doing? You'd finish the Fellblade, then dive into the Terminator week. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Thank you for your feedback, everyone. Yeah, because the Terminators are going to take 2 weeks to get here, aren't they? So. Oh, well, that's slightly annoying. Thought I covered that area. Oh, calm down. Okay, put that in there. Chonky. It is a chonky tank. There's supposed to be another 28 here. Oh no. Yeah, 27, 28 times 2. Oh, it's over there. God. 27, 28. So I don't think it matters too much, actually. You'd think it'd be 29 and 30. You've got 27s, 28s. This sprue is almost done. So that's the second sprue complete. Both these pipes are 30. And then this turret. Go over there. Are these numbered differently? Yeah, 32, 31. 32 goes on the right side. Its right side. We'll see about stock numbers and things tomorrow if I'm able to pick up that box set. I'm slightly more in favour of picking it up, but I will absolutely rip it a new one in the unboxing and review and things, just because I'm against paywalls and you know, really against that tactic that they do. I'm against it, and it's so blatantly obvious that they're doing it, because you've got, I say old minis, they're not really old minis, but older minis there. If I don't pick it up though, it'll be a new pair of trainers. This is a thing, you know. They better have made enough. I mean, if you're gonna make a paywall like that for some new Terminators, you might as well go all the way in and produce enough. And you know they have produced enough. They just haven't produced enough of those box sets. Because the Assault Terminators, when they are released, I bet they won't be out of stock. I bet you'll be able to pick them up in their own box sets, no problem. But this box set tomorrow, even though it's not got a codex, it's not really an army box set, I think it's gonna, yeah, shift. You have enough of them. I have enough sneakers, yeah. I also have enough Warhammer. And enough video games. Never too many. I think I've got over 150 Terminators. I'm pretty sure I've got over 150. Well, I guess if you've got like 1,000 Space Marines, 150, 200 Terminators isn't too bad. And out of those 200 Terminators, it's probably, I've got a few from other factions like Death Guard and Chaos Terminators, maybe. Could probably include in that. It's a bit like heresy to say that though. I just wish they did Terminator weapons kit for heresy with the Psycho missile launchers. Yeah, that would be great. But they were quite a rare thing, rare new thing. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Hybrid, you're into the lore as well. I'm sure you said you're into the lore. They were quite a new thing for Iron Warriors, and Mortarion kind of came up with the idea, or one of his warsmiths did, or something. I don't know. And then Gilliman thought, oh, they work quite well, and he copied them. And that was quite late on in the heresy, I think. I don't think it was, and I think it was probably Terminator on Terminator, like space. I think the heresy had begun then. Forgive me if I'm totally wrong, but yeah. I mean, the time this heresy is set might be just a little bit too early compared to when those Gorgon Terminators came about. I might be wrong. I need to go and look at the wiki for that or something. I might be wrong. But I thought that they came out a bit later on in the heresy. Or they might have come out before Mark 6. Right, hopefully these dry. We'll have a go. I suppose we could actually put these on first. Yeah, we could. We're making good progress. I've got the third advert now. The third advert that I have to either shop now or press X on my own live stream. Google, you've got to sort it out, guys. Like, this is... how many minutes am I in, actually? I'm like not even 15 minutes into the live stream. And I've had 3 adverts that take up the whole of my comment section. Yeah, Google, you need to start. I might write them a message, actually, just to say, if I'm a creator and I'm doing a live stream, can you just like not put adverts on at all so I can read my own chat? It's terrible, isn't it? Terrible. It just it takes you out of what you're doing. I should be able to just look at my own chat in the live stream and then read it and interact, rather than having to stop what I'm doing to cancel an ad. You know. We'll see. What we'll do is next time I'll put no monetization in for the live stream, and we'll see if I still get ads. I reckon I will. We'll see what happens, but I think I will. Scalpers and fear of missing out. Yeah. Well, you know, Games Workshop are aware, and they're choosing not to do anything about it whatsoever. They could implement all kinds of things to solve that issue, but they don't really care as long as they get your money. You know, whether you're going to sell those for books or products for double the price, you watch it. I wonder if I can have a look now. Actually, let's just have a little look. Let's just see. Website that I dislike going on to. Here we go. So, yeah, it's already on eBay. £225. So yeah, there you go. And then I've gone on to YouTube, and that's completely shut down my my stream comments, and now I have to answer a question from YouTube, which we'll skip. And then I have to go back in and change my quality. It's such a joke. I don't know why it makes everything so difficult. Should be seamless by now. Okay, so done that. Those are connected. Just these exhausts to plop in, connect, and then squeeze the sides together, put the panels on, sort the barrels out, and then we're onto the top plate, and then onto the turret and the cannons. Excellent. Right. So we're not that far away. Yeah, it would be cool if these were one piece. I'm not sure whether that's possible at the moment. You know, they are one piece in resin, from what I can remember. But that process handles components a little bit differently, doesn't it? Oh, it's a bit windy. I can never have too much Warhammer. See, that's what sneakerheads would be saying to me. You can never have too many pairs of sneakers. Like, and I wouldn't really say I'm a collector at all. I've only sort of started adding to the collection since February. So I've only been collecting for about 8 months. I think I've done all right so far. And it's not that dissimilar, but the fact, other than if you want something, like 99% of the time you can get it, whereas Warhammer, nah. But it's similar in that, you know, I often thought, hang on a minute, why are people buying like 10 pairs of the same trainer or sneaker, but just in different colours? Well, what about Space Marines? You know, people are literally buying more and more Space Marines, even though they're exactly the same, but just different colours. Or in a different era, like, you know, or that they are a little bit taller. It's a similar thing. It's like, oh, you got like 10 pairs of trainers in the same model but different colours. Yep. And then there's like all the different Space Marine armies that you could have. I'll take a green one, I'll take a red one, I'll take a black one. 150 is the entire Deathwing. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I do have some Deathwing, don't I? I do have the new Terminator Deathwing, which were really, really cool. So I'll probably say, like, Deathwing wise, I've only got 10, is it? I can't remember how many were in that set. About 10. Right, that's the engine stacks done, I think. Let's give them a bit of a little brush. I usually brush over all the models before I spray them. 3EFFE. I guess they only go in one way then. That's flat, that one. There we go. Not as quick as the resin, but still you do get, I would say, arguably more straight exhaust tips. Torrent Sea Terminator is a Crusade era. Ooh. Ah, Gorgons were heresy. Tyrants. Okay, thank you. Yeah, no, that proves me wrong. That's good. Appreciate that. Crusade era. YouTube's on a right bender at the moment. Lots of creators are struggling with its functions. Yeah. Bring back the space Romans. Yeah. They do have some cool armors. Definitely. Here's a question for all of you. Which would you say, which legion has the best set of armors? You know, if you could only have one legion, like if you could only have one legion's armor set, which would it be out of all of them? I mean, I know it's a bit unfair because we don't have like some legion specific contemptors. We don't have, some legion specific terminators. We don't even have some like elite units and things for some of the legions, so it's a bit unfair. So really that should go on first. Oh, glued that on far too well, didn't I? So how does this slot on? Really, is it just like that? No way. Okay, that works. Well, went together better than I expected, that little area. Now we'll just rinse and repeat for this other side. Do you notice that that's coming away from the side already? Still coming away from the side there. It's a very important part of the process right now. What's everyone's opinion on Black Templars and Grey Knights? Well, I've got some Black Templars, thanks to a subscriber. Why isn't that fully fit? I don't want to. Doesn't really need too much. Yeah, no, that's gonna. Yeah, I don't really want to. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to bend the top of it. I think we're just going to leave it sat. That's more like super glue and resin kits to keep it together. This glue dries quite quick. Just that bit that I want to. I can file that down. Yeah. Right, leave it. We're going to leave that for a little while. Oh, we need to do that bit. Why did they leave that on another page? I'm probably going to have to break it open now. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, they left that on another page. Didn't think that they'd do that, because that now needs to go in between there. I wonder if I can. Yeah, I think I can. Yes. Oh no, it needs to go kind of in and then. Right, so it needs to go in. Yeah. What a poor design. But they have to do that. Mental. Absolutely mental. Why they couldn't have that on the same page. So we're going to have to split that a little bit. So just remind me instructions how this goes on again. Like that. Okay. No, I don't want it. I don't want it wobbly, Games Workshop. I want it actually. Is there a gap? No, there's not a gap there. So putting that in has now made it wobbly. Great. That's better. Let me have a look. Night Lords. Fair enough. I just like armors and things, you know. So like obviously they're a Terminator armor, but like for the Death Guard, you've got these Grave Wardens, or whatever they are. You know, for Iron Warriors, you've got the Gorgon Terminators. That's what I mean. For Templars, you've got like the Templar kind of looking armor. That's really, really, unless that's just part of the map even. It could be part of the map, part of the table. Yeah. Okay, we'll just don't really want a wobbly tank. That's all. It's wobbly there, not so much there. Right. So these back panels, I can go on. What's my favourite release of 2025? This tank. Fulgrim was good, and I like the Deathcore Krieg. Like if it wasn't for the tank, it would probably be the Deathcore or all the new Eldar stuff. Oh, fourth advert now, where it stops my chat. 40 minutes, okay. Calgar is an insane miniature. The claw. Why is that Alfarius so chunky? What random comment. When you mean the Alfarius, what, the Alfarius Primarch model? Or just Alfarius in general? He is pretty chunky, to be fair. Who is the chunkiest Primarch? Vulcan? It's not Mortarion. It's not Sanguinius. Rogel Dawn gives me dad bod vibes. Horus is a chunky boy. Corax isn't. Conrad isn't. Alfarius kind of is. The Khan. I don't think the Khan's Chunky Boy. I kind of wish Mortarion was chunky. That would go well with Nurgle, wouldn't it? And like the rest of the Death Guard. Mark III standard armor for anything. When you say Mark III armor, though, do you mean like the new Mark III armor or the old Mark III armor? I'm just curious. There's no judgment. Let's get these heavy bolters out while that's kind of marinating. These heavy bolters and the heavy flamers. I'm not going to use the heavy flamers. What do you think I am? A blood angel? I don't know. Word bearers more heavy flamers. Starting a little pile of pieces that I'm not going to use. Oh, there's the heavy bolters. I don't know what's going on with these pieces, but you can magnetize them. Yeah, you can put little magnets in there. You could magnetize these the sponsor weapons. It would work. Right, this base plate thing, or top plate, this is where these go. 55, 53, 54. And 52. And that's this sprue done. Oh, we're smashing through the sprues today. Perturabo. Perturabo beat Dawn. Ooh. New Mark III, but no helmet spike. So get rid of that spike. So just chop all the spikes off. Yeah, I can see that. Is she thick? You can deep strike Calgar, but he loses his Victrix. That's my 5th advert in the live chat now. And it's the same advert. Like, you would have thought that they would have got the message the first time I clicked X. The only way to deep strike Calgar is with his Victrix guard from a Thunderhawk. Now, tell me I'm wrong. Third time you had an MI5 advert. Wow. It's because it's got tank in the title, I think. The adverts I get for the Warhammer content are just crazy. Right, that's that plate done. We're just gonna pop these on while we're here. Oh, yeah, they want us to do this as well. We can kind of put that on. Yeah, this has been my favourite release of this year, with Fulgrim and Deathcore coming in close second and third, I would say. But then again, I didn't pick up Rumpelstiltskin this year, still. And you know what? I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling he'll be voted Mini of the Year. I know he came out, what, like last year or whenever? But I think it's possible. People will find a way to vote for him. Yeah, that's just too close to the sprue connection point, so I'm just going to clean them off. Right, now we'll put them on. I knew this was going to be tricky with the glue for these, but thing is, I haven't bought any Lego for ages. Year, 2 years, and I would like to buy some Lego. I'd like to give you like a Lego live stream this Christmas. I normally do, but last year I had a bit of a break. I'm trying to think of a kit to get though. Part of me is thinking the Black Pearl. Part of me is thinking the Tyrannosaurus Rex. One of the Lord of the Rings kits. The AT-ST. Seeing as I've got the AT-AT. I think they stopped making that, as well as the Star Destroyer. It's a bit mad. But Oh, I've got an advert for A6. That's completely relevant to this video. Um, okay, right. So before I pop these into the turret, oh, we need to use this as well, and pop all these on and the barrels. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Well, what I'll do is I'll just quickly glue, I'll clean this up and then I'll glue the heavy bolter barrels. That's the thing, once you complete the tracks and get the tracks out of the way with, for these big tanks, everything happens quick after that. Progress is very fast. You got some pay later ads. Ooh, what is that? PayPal, or is that Klarna, or is that ClearPay? That's interesting. The thing is with like the pay later businesses and things like that, they're never for actually the things that you need, like that are vital and essential for you living. They're never for that. They're always for like trainers or clothes or, you know, all those kind of things. Sunglasses. I mean, I haven't bought sunglasses for a long, long time, but you know, they're always for things like you don't need. And so, like video games. Like I didn't even know this, but I found out the other day you could like pay, you know, buy video games in like. Oh wow, I missed that piece out. This sprue extra. Yeah. Anyway, back to my little ramble. They're always for things that you don't need. Like you can pay 3 on your video game that's like 30, 40 quid. Really? I mean, how can you not have the money for like a video game? I mean, like if it's like 100 quid, I totally get that. I mean, 100 quid's a lot of money. You know, that's almost this tank. But like, I don't know, maybe it should be for things like food or your car service or, you know, like say you haven't got enough money for food, like your food costs you a bit more than you kind of think it would. And, you know, you've had to spend the money on other things. I don't know. Yeah, surely that would be better than kind of having to split things over 3 months or 5 months or whatever they do. Demolish cannon. Ah. We're almost at the big mammoth tank cannons. We're almost there. Oh, so close, so close. I can almost taste it, almost taste a cup of tea, which is what I'm going to go and get that. Have you heard of the changes Games Workshop is making to Cataphractii Terminators? Apparently they're getting an updated look. It's fine. Good. More Terminators. More Terminators the better. And as one Terminator once said, I'll be back. I should change it to I'll be back. Not be back soon. Because be back soon is just BBS. Not BBL. Right, I'm going to go grab a cup of tea. I wish I had some biscuits though. I've got no biscuits. Run out of biscuits. But I will be back in a moment. Who should we leave you with today? No, I won't leave you with anyone. Right, I'll be back. Right. Oh. And I do have my. I know. It's is it the Howling Griffins? I think. Coaster. Just pop that there. Oh, right. Oh, sixth advert. Just read a few more of your comments. Slaving yourself. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Super safe. Oh, have you seen some of the AI? Oh man. Oh, probably can't hear me. That's probably better. Yeah, have you seen some of the AI little short videos and things of Dragon Ball Z? It's incredible. You know, we'll probably get an AI Dragon Ball Z film before we get like a live action one or something. If you were in a room with Lorgar and Erebus, would you shoot Erebus twice? Oh, that's amazing. That's like if you're in a room with Lorgar and Erebus, would you shoot and you only had one bullet? You'd still shoot Erebus twice. What's with the online store wants you to subscribe to their services? Which online stores are you talking about? I mean, keep it PG-13, Revan, but you know, are you just talking in general, like stores, or? It's all data. They all want you to. They just want to sell all of your information. That's what it boils down to. And it's whether or not you think it's worth it. You know, whether it's McDonald's or whether it's some sports companies or you know whoever. Like if they give you reward points and things, it's you know personal choice. Like the problem is now though that the prices and things they've really got you by the balls or the ovaries. In that the prices for like Club Card or for Sainsbury's or for you know wherever really, just examples. They are the prices are so well. Yeah, they're just in a different world. If you have got their sort of subscribed in a way, you know what I mean. Oh, need to put that back on. And I'm really, again, I'm always Games Workshop are not. They are in the 21st century, but they're not. It really baffles me how they don't have a reward scheme or anything like that. You know, their sales would jump, and you know, for instance, okay, let's say this set tomorrow is 150 quid, right? But you're subscribed to them, and by buying the set tomorrow, you get a number of points which equal to £10 off your next Games Workshop product. They'd sell more of those box sets. Just because I think the psychology of it is that people would look at that set at 150 and go, oh, well, it's only really cost me 140 because I'm getting £10 off a hobby that I spend a lot of my money on. I know I'm giving them ideas here. I know. I'd probably rather have the system where you buy 8 sets or 8 units or something, and then you get like the 9th one free, a bit like a coffee reward thing. I mean, they'd have to introduce like the price, like you can like normally, like with a free coffee, it's almost like you can have any coffee. But with Games Workshop, clearly you can't have any minis. Like, oh, you're not going to buy, 10 single. How much are characters now? Like 22 quid minimum? You're not going to buy like 10 £20 characters and then get a Warlord Titan for free. Like, there'd have to be some kind of limit. Like, one of the same. So you buy 10 and then you buy 8 and then you get the 9th one free. Something like that. Before I glue those guns in, I'm going to clean up these barrels, which are a bit of a pain. They're not as bad as the ones on the resin one though. They had horrible join lines. 6th advert. Oh, okay. You once had to pay more for customs than issued. Really? You paid more. Revan, that reads that you paid more in customs than how much you spent on the Indomitus box, and the Indomitus box was what, 140, 150? So you're saying that you had to spend over 150 on customs? Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I really do feel for anyone living out of the UK. Well, I don't know. UK's pretty messed up at the moment, but what I mean is, like having to pay extra, like for your hobby. Which is why probably these videos can be quite useful. And I've always said that. I've always said I hope people find these videos useful, that can't buy everything, or I mean I can't buy everything, but let's just go back a bit and put these on. I'm not familiar with this piece. Does it go that way? That's way better. Okay. And that goes on the top as well. That's one done. You feel bad for the Australians and the New Zealanders, yeah. Although a lot of people, I watched a video, a lot of people apparently are leaving New Zealand. Like 10% of New Zealanders live in Australia now. I think that's the same for everywhere though, really. Everything's gone up and wages just have not been able to match everything. But yeah, Australians do get a really bum deal. But then again, it's the least populated sort of continent in the world, isn't it? Australia. It's very sparsely populated. Such a huge landmass as well. Bigger than North America. Bigger than the moon as well. Like area, I think it is. You'd use the whole clip on Erebus, and then you'd throw the clip at Erebus. Yeah. Clip magazine. Uh-oh. Oh, seventh ad. Yeah, is New Zealand's main economy is it tourism? Like, it's all right for people that are going to New Zealand. You know, if you can afford to go to New Zealand on holiday, you've got the money for it. Yeah, I always get perplexed when people say, "Oh, I want to go to Australia. I want to go to New Zealand and do similar job that I do here and blah blah blah." And it's like, yeah, but honestly, like, it's quite a big move. And how much research have you done? Like, do you know how much things cost over there? Do you know how much Warhammer cost? No, um, they won't be bothered about that. Do you know how much like rent is and all those other things? It's just I often wonder whether it's just because it is Australia and they just think it's going to be a better life. The problem is you just it's a new place but different problems. Or could be the same problems. I don't know. Slightly different problems. I mean, I have a hard time with the spiders in my house, let alone spiders there. It's not so much like spiders in your house that you can see over there, or snakes or whatever. It's when you know that they're there and you can't find them or you can't see them. It's like it's that kind of issue. And like, what happens if one's on your bed or whatever, and you disturb it, for instance, and then it just bites you through no fault of its own, really. I mean, and you don't know. Like, you could be asleep, you could turn over in your sleep, and then game over. Right, try and get these heavy bolters level. I try. There we go, kind of level. My wonky eyes. Tourism and sheep. What's like the main product they make in New Zealand anyway? I've never seen any clothes that are like, oh, made in New Zealand. Plenty made in Cambodia and Vietnam and China. Oh, yeah, so much is made out of China. But oh, that's all right. Is the resin Fellblade bigger than the plastic? No, I think it's the same size. I mean, it's heavier. From this angle, it does look bigger, though. That's a very good question. I think it might be a bit bigger, just because of the wheels. Yeah, that's a really good question. We'll find out in my review. I think it might be, just on face value. Yeah, they are the kind of questions I hope to answer in reviews. Looks a lot bigger in this angle. That's what she said. I had to. Oh, that was, you're asking for that one. Okay, right. There we go. That's that done. Ooh. I don't like those gaps. I have to do something about that. Oh, is there a gap there? Yep. Oh, we're up to 8 ads now. I know I'm giving them suggestions here, but should I say it? Yeah, I probably should say it. At least they don't show a video in the live stream. Oh no, he said it. They're going to start doing that now. Okay, top plate, canopy. This is where it crumbles. We don't want any gaps at all. See, this is where we can then put the claw on it. They're actually saying put this in first. Oh, this is starting to take shape. I'm enjoying this. This is a good part of the build. This is the good ending. Is that a happy ending? No. Let's put the barrels on first. Slam these on. They only go on one way, but it doesn't actually show you which way. This is extra helpful. Oh, they're going that way. Right. These gaps are bugging me. Luckily, you don't really see them very well. One set of barrels on. Second set of barrels on. And then we'll put this one in. Oh, it just sits nicely on top of there then. Moment of truth. Then we have literally just got the turret, the accessories, and the sponsons to do. Oh, and the demolisher, of course. So we are cracking on today. Dating ad for me. Yeah, that's because I said that's what she said. Gosh, I'd love to have one, but the prices are kind of bonkers. Nah, they're not. They're not, Yoshi. That one there, £200. This one here, 125. That one is over 50% more. What is it, like 60% more? That'll be 60. 10 would be 12. 70. Yeah, 60% more. So, you know, a lot of people herald plastic kits and things, but truly how many people actually do go on to buy the plastic kits? I'd love to see the figures. I would be amazed to see just how many people have bought plastic heresy that already had resin heresy. Like in some form or of another. What I mean by that is if I'm not saying, oh, the total number of people that have bought the plastic Fellblade are the same people that have a resin Fellblade. I mean, there's lots of reasons why, but I just mean have a few resin vehicles from Forge World. Okay, so as I say, moment of truth, and we will use the claw for this as well, because that is a bit. It's a good idea to build like all of this and the top plate and things in one go, so you minimize your gaps. And I don't know why this is not clamping down. That should clamp down a bit better. Does that one clamp down? No. Warning, do not try this at home. Oh, 8th advert. Oh, it disappeared that. It disappeared before I even touched it. Excellent. Is if this is playable on 40k, there's so many things that aren't playable on 40k. So many, Revan. There's too many to count. And people always use that argument. But yeah, as I say, people always use that argument. You know, it's like for any kind of like new mini. Like I could say that about Age of Sigmar. You know, oh, if this model could be used in fantasy, then it would be justifiable. No, I think price is very personal for some things, and not everything has to be used in the same game. The thing is, you can't have bigger Space Marines and then have this tank. Like, you know, I think they're stretching it a bit with Rhinos still being available and Predators. You know, look at Land Raiders. You can't put Primaris in Land Raiders. You can put Primaris in Thunderhawks though, quite easily. This is the thing. Like, why can't I use my Primaris in Horus Heresy? That's ridiculous. I should be able to use my Astraeus tank in Horus Heresy. The thing is, it depends again what kind of hobbyist you are, and I think most people, I say most people, are painters. Like just from, you know, years and years of being around people in the hobby and watching videos and interacting with everyone, I'd say most people are painters. Then I would say the next set of people will be gamers. Then I would say after that they're builders. Then probably at the end, collectors. There's a little bit of a collecting thing in there, but the things that go against the collecting is not that many people will buy multiple Space Marine armies, multiple legions, multiple armies even, and a few that do go on to sort of sell them, you know, for other things. I'm trying to work out best way to glue all of this. Best way to glue all of this. I'll probably say start off here. We'll put those on. Then we'll go with that. Hopefully that will connect it. What about this front section? Just getting all the glue set up before we connect these things. Right, I think we've got it. We'll see how this goes. I think we got away with it. Now will we use, where's the bigger one? Will that fit on there? No. It's not big enough. Doesn't look too bad. Tell you what, building 15 Terminators is going to be a walk in the park next to this. You know, I'm not saying that this is hard by any means. That's what he said. Oh, 8 adverts? Brilliant. $350 dues for you. Oh, wow. How much was the resin Fellblade for you then? Like 800? Must have been like 650? 600? Crazy. You know, if you've always been after a Fellblade and you couldn't get one in resin, now's your chance to get one in plastic. You know, I'd like to go back in time, you know, but to 2007, when one of these would probably be the same as a Baneblade, although this is a better kit than a Baneblade, and more detail. Just not as many options, of course, but you know, that kit was 60 quid back in the day, and now it's £5 less than this one. Right, hopefully that will just stay. And while that's cooking, what will I call the tank? Martha. I don't know. Martha the Mammoth Tank. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't normally name my tanks, actually. I don't name my vehicles, like the bike and the car aren't named. Between the Storm Raven and Land Raider, which do you recommend to build? The Storm Raven. Is that the little potato? Oh, the Land Raider, definitely. Even the old Land Raiders. Right, so apparently, technically, we've only got like 1 sprue left. I mean, can you imagine? Because we're not going to use all the parts on this sprue, it's just the heavy bolters. And we're certainly not going to use hardly anything off the vehicle accessory sprue. So just like that, after you've built the tracks, you spent a few hours on it, you're onto the main turret and demolisher cannon, of which we will do. So yeah, I can imagine this is going to be a similar makeup to the Glaive. Look how big this turret is. It's huge. Proper mammoth tank. You know what this tank is missing? And I could do it because I do have some missile pods spare from the Valkyrie, from the Vulture gunship that I didn't use, like the circle rocket pods. I know it would have been better if we had the boxy ones. Could 3D print some, to be fair, but yeah. If I put the rocket, I might actually put the rocket pods on the side of this Fellblade, like of the turret, and then it's a proper mammoth tank from Command and Conquer. Look at that, gorgeous. I'm just lost in the source of these cannons. give you some idea. There's a couple more pieces to go. So F1, F2. There it is. And we get the barrel as well. Demolished cannons have had a bit of a buff in the rules. F4 and F5. Ninth advert. So I currently can't see chat now. Yeah, I'm going to send them a message. Say, can you stop giving me ads on my chat feed? They'll probably reply and say, everybody gets ads. I'm like, yeah, but I'm trying to have a live stream here, guys. Like, oh, it's back. Martha the Mammoth. Anything about Resin Fellblade that's still good against the time? Yeah, the panels are one piece. That door is one piece. The actual quad weapons are only a couple pieces. The barrels are literally two pieces. This is one piece. I mean, that's two pieces, but I think this is one piece. I think this is one piece. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Probably like maybe three times the number of pieces. So yeah, always time. Anything good? Yeah. It's value, especially if you like resin vehicles and the older minis. That would be good for it. If you like the weight of a big tank. Okay, so barrels go in there, and then that goes in there. So I just want to very similar. Maybe the barrels might be a bit longer on the resin. I know we've still got the cap, you know, the brakes to go on, or muzzles, whatever you want to call them. Now, will I glue the demolisher, or will I leave it loose? That is the question. Yoshi, I have 2 Spartans. Could I proxy one of them as a Fellblade? If you're playing against me, you could, Yoshi. Yeah. I'd let you proxy one. I mean, it depends if you play competitively. Like if you're part of a gaming club, they might let you. But if you're going down to your local Games Workshop, depends on the staff there, they might not let you. And if you're competitively gaming, then yeah, probably they might not let you either. But yeah, if you're playing against me, I'd let you. The only issue with that is I'd say the Land Raider's like a bigger target in that it is taller, but it's not as wide. Or well, it's probably similar width, but it's just not as long. So yeah, it depends if you like to take that negative and positive, so that troops will be able to fire it if it was like above the trees. I mean, we're talking about a Spartan, not just a normal size Land Raider. I'd probably say no to a normal size Land Raider, but kind of for a Spartan. It's a tricky one because Spartans, it's so close to being a super heavy. It is so close. I mean, the Cerberus and the Typhon were deemed as super heavy back in the day, but now they're not. They're still classed as Lords of War, but nine ads. Hello, Moxatron, how you doing? No worries. Oh, nice one, Hybrid. Thank you. You absolute legend. Yeah, the rhinos are good. Kratos is good. The only thing that lets the Kratos down are just the sponsons, I think. I think they're, yeah. I call it the Nemesis effect, in that the Nemesis head is just a bit too small for the Titan, and the weapons are Reaver class weapons. And I think maybe it would be good to have a slightly larger set of weapons for it. And that's my, comparison. That's my synergy with the Kratos. I think the sponson weapons could have been a bit bigger, maybe. But would these weapons, these sponson weapons, look too big on that tank? I don't know, possibly. But it's quite a big tank anyway. Or did they put all of the stats into its main gun? Why do you get the dating ads? I don't know, have you been shopping for female robots recently? Look, when I get my robot, I'm just gonna, not gonna ask it to count to 1 billion or anything like that. I'm just gonna ask it to paint the collection. Nothing too strenuous for it. I think it would probably say, actually, no, I'll count to 1 billion, thanks. Would be interesting if, like, I get they will be able to paint with brush strokes and like spraying, definitely, like airbrushing, but it's the dexterity of changing paints in airbrushes and mixing, and and identifying which you need some AI for that. But it's the building as well. Could they build minis to a high standard? Because you could have one robot that could 3D print all your models, build them, and paint them. You know what? I think we can get away with just gluing that. Go away, ad. Go away, 10th ad. Do you think they would be able to do such a task? Yeah, if they were driven by AI, yeah, I think so. It's all about the dexterity of the old fingers and hands, though, isn't it? That's the thing. Like, computational wise, they wouldn't have to read off physical instructions. They could just download instructions and then go step by step, or even find a more efficient way, actually, questioning the instructions and building it in a like you could say, do you want to go for quality or quantity? And then they would, yeah, there would be sacrifices made for whichever outcome you wanted. But I think, yeah, the instruction and the ability to follow instructions, or even interpret them or modify them, is there. It's just applying them to its tools, its fingers, and its limited dexterity or whatever. But yeah, I think it would be possible. I mean, look how far AI's come in 2 years. You had Will Smith not really eating spaghetti to definitely eating spaghetti. And look at all the deviant art, and then look at all the films, and look at all the short films, and all those kind of things that have been created. You've got AI realistically using people on CCTV footage to commit crimes and things. Like, that's quite scary. I mean, there's always been those kind of things around, tampering with evidence and stuff, but so these are cupola rings, or whatever they're called, I don't know. Too much programming. That's why you get AI to write its own programs. It can do that. Do you just want the Druid factory from episode 2 of Star Wars? That looks so cool. Yeah, I would. Can I have a tour of that? Yeah, I don't want a tour of the recycling plant. I want a tour of the droid factory, please. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I mean, the closest we get is like one of the Tesla gigafactories, isn't it? It's the closest we'll get. F-15. It's a very important rangefinder or lens or whatever it is. Why don't we just take all of these pieces off? And then we're done. We've just got the sponsons to do. So 20, 21, 22. Did I miss a piece? Oh yeah, I did. Hey, that's this sprue complete. So just a sponson sprue to do, and that will be the quad heavy bolter battery. Top. Told you. You do the tracks, and then the rest is pretty straightforward. What we'll do is we'll finish the cannons and these, and we will we'll do the sponsons another time. I don't know. I'll have a think about it, because even then, I think this will take a little while to put together. Let's put the demolished cannon in first, though. That should just slot on there. Oh, I don't know. It's not very tight, is it? How much are Fellblades to buy in the UK? Well, they're £125, or you can get them at a discount for like 100. Like a 20% discount would be just about 100. They used to be £200 though. Like a year ago, less than a year ago. Those resin ones are 200. I think when I got that one, and I got it from the Warhammer HQ, that was about 120. But I got that in 2000 and I want to say 15, maybe 16. So it's like 9 years old probably. Yeah, that's how much it'd be. 100, yeah, good one. Fisty McFist face. Oh yeah, do it, definitely. Yeah, this has been a top tier, S tier kit so far. One of the best that they've made, and you know, it's not just about this single kit. It's about what it will mean for future kits, and I mean that they can easily use this for a glaive, possibly a falchion, because a falchion is just the same tracks and things. Wow, it really wants you to join that dating app site, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, I think the plan is do this for a little bit longer, and then I'll finish the rest, like the sponsons, tomorrow when I build the Space Marine captain. That's my goal right now. I'm getting a bit chilly actually, so yeah. So we'll get up to the sponsons today, and then we'll just do the sponsons and then the vehicle accessories tomorrow. If everyone's all right with that, I'm just going to put my jacket back on. Is a Primaris Thunderhawk doable for Games Workshop? What's the... Oh, Revan, you know the flyer. Come on, don't be shy. Tell me what the flyer is called. The Primaris flyer. What's the Primaris flyer called? And I would say there's more chance of that happening. I really don't know why it didn't feature in Space Marine 2. Maybe because they weren't allowed to use new stuff. Was there any new stuff? I mean, the Hellbrute was pretty big though. The last ad you get was trying to help you join Overlord. Yeah, Maxim, you know. Nice one. Yeah, I would have said that there's more choice of that happening in resin. Yeah, 3 would be nice. I always like the view of 2 Thunderhawks next to a Stormbird, though. I think that's there's no reason to have 3 or 2 Stormbirds or anything like that. Stormbirds are huge. It's almost like saying, oh, it'd be good to have 2 Mantas. Would it really, though? I mean, do you actually want to walk around in your house? Oh, but you could hang it from your ceiling with a fishing rod wire. Yeah, okay. It wasn't though, Maxim. In the books, I read that it was between a Stormbird and a Thunderhawk. It was more like a big. What's that other fly called that Death Watch have? Totally forgotten. Black Hawk. It was the kind of that, but bigger. Because it had 2 central. It had 2 like troop compartments in a way, which was a bit odd, and it had a bottom bit that could open so that the Inceptors could deep strike out of it, out the bottom. Yeah, it would look odd. But then again, the Astraeus looks very odd. You know, it almost doesn't look like it should be in 40k. But it works with... Oh, nearly. It works with the repulsors and things, and the impulsors. Oh, that's the one thing that I dislike about plastic barrels, is that join line that you just don't get on resin. Yeah, the Baneblade in Space Marine 2 is like the size of a rhino. It's crazy. Those small tanks just really, yeah. All the vehicles, they've been squished. Maybe we just didn't download the game texture update pack or something. That the vehicle size texture pack, that's what we needed to download, and we didn't. It makes all your vehicles in Space Marine 2 the actual size. Oh, look at this Thunderhawk. Oh, but we can only put 3 Space Marines in. Or Marnius Calgar and 2 Victrix. Right. Try and ever so careful not to get any join lines here, which is almost an impossibility. Okay, Revan, how much for a plastic Stormbird? Blackbird. Corvus Blackstar. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it was like a Corvus Blackstar. So not quite as big as a Stormbird, but almost. And it had, I think, 2 melter turrets, 2 or 3. It might have had 3, like 1 on the top and then 1 on each wing. And it could fire these melter turrets as your Primaris came out of each compartment. Now, there's only 2 compartments, and I always find that a bit odd, because if you just got 2 compartments and they're only going to come out of the assault vehicle, you know, in a line, which isn't ideal, because if you know, take out 1, what's going to happen to the rest? It's just shooting gallery. No, I'd rather jump out of that vehicle with a jump pack, or like take my chances, than wait until the assault ramp drops. Oh, what, the Biotitan? Yeah. Is that to size? I don't know. I kind of think it should be a little bit bigger. So many jokes going on today. Gazgul took up 18 models worth of space in a battle wagon. Yeah. He's a pretty big mini now, though, isn't he? Gazgul is huge now. He used to be one of the biggest metal minis, like the size of a Killer Can, didn't he? This is like my 11th ad. Are you picking up Tomb World, Super? Tomb World? Which one's that? What game system is it for? Oh, Kill Team. Is that the one that was released and sold out, or like a gaming snooker? What legion are you using the tank for? They asked me this at the start. Chat did. I think maybe Imperial Fists. The thing is with the third legion, I've definitely got Dark Angels and Raven Guard, but it's just that third legion I can't make my mind up. It's not Ultramarines and it's not Blood Angels, even though I've got Sanguinius, and it's not White Scars. It could be Imperial Fists, just because I've got Sigismund. And it's not Space Wolves, so it probably will be Imperial Fists. Either that or it'll be for Dark Angels. The thing is, like, the new Falchion and the Glaive, whenever they get released, and my resin ones, they'll all be for Dark Angels. So it's going to look a bit odd only having one Fellblade and multiple of those, but it kind of works for Dark Angels because they like the technology and they like to keep hold of it. They're very British, I guess. It's our technology. You can't have it back yet. We haven't finished looking at it. Yeah, good old Dark Angels. Stealing everybody's stuff. Not giving it back. Yeah, this is why it annoyed me that Dark Angels, well, quite a few legions got a debuff, didn't they, in the new rules? Can we just agree? Let's just bin the new 3rd edition rules for Heresy. Just pretend that they didn't happen. Just keep playing the 2nd edition. Gaz only takes the space of 4 models now. No way. Oh, nice. What camera and lens do you use? Crikey. You'd be surprised if I told you. But I don't have a dedicated camera. No, I mean, maybe you think that, like maybe, you know, I've only just started making these 4K videos for all the reviews and things. I mean, editing doesn't take any longer, but the whole process takes longer because it doesn't take that long to import the videos, and neither does it for exporting. I'm quite lucky in that regard. It's just uploading at the moment, but that's an easy fix that I'm working on. So don't you worry. I'll get to the bottom of that. So that's the longest part in my process, is uploading. As I say, it's an easy fix though for that. And also it's a bit annoying having to keep these big file sizes around. Although these live streams I don't keep hold of, they're just on the channel. And if the channel goes down, then they're lost. But I don't really think that many people watch the live streams after they've happened. and I don't have any editors to edit the videos into short videos or something. I mean, that would be quite a cool thing to do. Maybe there's an AI for that. You just give them your like 2-3 hour live stream, and then it makes like a short video out of it. Oh, you're welcome, Nesta. You're welcome. No, I do think it is pretty bad. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you, Nesta. Yeah, no, I do think everything's just had a nerf. Like, you know, with the Dark Angels, like, they had a nerf. I haven't got the Traitor book, the Traitor Army book, and I probably never will. That's the annoying thing about Warhammer in a way is if you, it works the opposite of like sneakers, technology, of most things. It works the other way around, in that everything either increases in value because there's supply runs out, or there's a higher demand because of hype or something, or it goes up in price, again because of the work that you do on the models or whatever, or just from price increases. So this hobby, I think, always goes up in value. Whereas, like, I mean, you could say that about sneakers, to be fair. You know, if you buy sneaker supplies do run out, but the majority of the time, give it a month or two, sneakers drop in value. Like, you can pick some up in the sales, and you know, for the majority of them, there are some exceptions. You know, the limited ones, obviously, ones that you have to go for a raffle for. But yeah, you know, some of these Warhammer releases, people are not being able to get what they want on just the normal standard stuff. Like Revenue mentioned the Tomb World. You know, that's just a standard box set. Nothing special about it. No limited, no army book or anything like that. It's just a standard release, and sold out within like a minute. The box set tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it's going to sell out. You know, people do like Terminators. Right, so this and these two just need cleaning up. And this base plate. We might as well clean up all this while we're at it. Can you see that when you... Yep, you certainly can see it. So just be aware of that. It's October. It is October. I haven't got a knob nearby, to be fair, which is unusual for me. I'm sure I've got one in a box somewhere. I'm gonna have to find one later. It's definitely October. Can't believe there's no Orc content on the channel. I'm not even a big fan of the Red Gobbo this year. I think it's the worst one yet. Like, I get the whole toy soldier, whatever theme. I get it, but I don't really think it works. Because do they have to make it family friendly? Is it family friendly? I don't know. But if they'd have made like a killer can, or like oh man, they could have made a grot tank with him in. Why didn't they do that? See, they just need to pay me £1 million a year, which isn't much. I mean, they could have it as a tax write-off. I don't know, for R&D or consultation, and I'd give them so many cool ideas. But yeah, no, for some reason they don't respond to my calls. Right, so these go on, but they don't glue, but then they glue into this. Okay, we'll get somewhere. I think maybe I could actually put them on first, and then put the cannons in. Yeah, I think that's possible. Oh, this is loose. I like it when it's tight, not loose. This could be a bit too loose. Archangel Studio. Oh, it's like my 12th ad or something, or 11th ad. Any recommendations on AOS Spearhead? Are they the new ones that were released, or are they the smaller ones? '14th ad. I do think aircraft are more usable in this new edition. Well, yeah, but where's the anti-air? That's what I want to know. There needs to be way more aircraft. There needs to be a plastic Xiphon. I'm happy that we got a Fellblade. I really am, and I hope that the Xiphon is coming. You'd love a red gobby killer can. Exactly, yeah. Or a red gobbo grot tank. Wow, that is a good memory, 2nd edition. That is a good memory, Reverend. Right, I think. Hold the phone. Yeah, we're going to clean these up, then clean the barrels. Very important to do this. This is like one of the most important stages of building any tank, is removing those join lines on your barrels. They're an absolute eyesore on plastic tanks, almost as much as the tracks. I'd say these are a bigger eyesore. Do you think New York truck will be added to upcoming 11th? I hope so. Certainly hope so. That truck is very old now. Very, very old. Is it like early 2000s or even the 90s it came out? They need a new Orc truck and they need a new Scorcher tank or whatever it was. That was so cool, wasn't it? That Scorcher tank back in 2nd edition. I think you could also use it for Gorka Morka. We need a new Gorka Morka. We've got so many newer trucks and things, haven't we now? You want new looters and burners? Yeah. I'd like a new variant of the Stomper though, or a Stomper with a couple of options in it. Because it used to be £60 way back in the day. 2007 it was 60. And that price has gone up a little bit, but almost to the point where the Gorkanaut and Morkanaut were costing more than the Stomper, I think, at one point. Which is insane that they're asking for so much money for those models, when I don't think it really sells that well. I might be completely wrong on that point. Maybe it does sell well, but I don't see many around. I see more people running like just standard Orc Boys all the time, or, you know, like a big horde army. Stomper was 60 quid when it first came out, 2007. I went to the store at 60. I should have bought two back then. Although the minimum wage back then was half, probably a bit less than half of what it is now, so there's always that. But then again, how much were house prices back then compared to what they are now? You know, it's another topic. How much were Freddos back then? Could you still get chocolate in your chocolate bar back then? I think it's definitely false advertising, what they're now doing. Removing chocolate from chocolate bars. I think they need to be called out, boycotted, everything. Make chocolate bars chocolatey again. Honestly, it's crazy. Like, everybody that is in tune with it and knows what's going on. But what about those poor people that aren't? I really feel for those poor people that aren't aware that chocolate or chocolate biscuits and things aren't chocolate. They're just chocolate flavoured. I mean, sorry, in case you didn't know, chocolate is quite a big... it's my second biggest hobby after Warhammer. James Work is killing horde armies. Oh yeah, massively so, yeah. They will be when they're selling 5 minis in a box set for 45, 50 quid. Of course. Or 20 minis, should I say, for almost 50 quid. 20 horde minis. There's just no incentive. You like if you're not having 20 minis in a box set. I mean, I know some Primaris, sorry, some Horus Heresy have 20 Space Marines in and things, but not really a horde army. We're talking like 20 orcs in a box set, or 20 Imperial Guard. these join lines are taking a bit longer than you would think, but it's got to be done. You can't skip this bit. Um, 25p. Oh, interesting. Okay. Can you remember Taz bars as well? They were like Freddos, but had caramel in, and actually the good caramel. Like I had a dairy milk caramel bar, like the one with the big bits of caramel in, the gooey caramel, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, and the caramel just tasted off. And I was like, is this it? Is this the norm now? Like even the caramel doesn't taste good. So I just, yeah, never bought one since. And caramels were like one of my favourites, along with Whispers. Oh, it's getting me hungry now for chocolate. Thanks. That was my fault. I brought it up. I brought it up. Yeah, this is true. Penguins, clubs, they're not actually chocolate. They're chocolate flavoured. I mean, what the hell is that? Chocolate flavoured. Can you imagine if this hobby did that? If it did that? Oh, they're not Space Marines. They're Space Marine flavoured. Like, sorry, what? Yeah, we're giving you Space Marines, but then they're not quite Space Marines. They're Cadians in power armor. But they still cost you exactly the same. Oh, and you're going to get less in a box now. You're only going to get like 6 instead of 10. I mean, sorry, what? Seriously? Plastic flavored cardboard. Yeah, it's not actually plastic minis anymore. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that comes to my mind is the drop pod. It's not, it's plastic, but it's not really plastic. Like it's cardboard. It's just grey cardboard. We've made the shift because of the net zero, right? We've made the shift to grey coloured plastic in your box sets, right? It's good for you because you know this plastic glue is not it's not cheap, is it? You know, one of these sets you back at least 25 quid now a pot. I'm joking, by the way. I have to just put that in there because people will think I'm serious. And also, it doesn't last very long. Like literally 2 squirts and you're done. So we thought we'd highlight that, and it means that you can glue all your minis with PVA glue, which is cheaper and stronger. And also, you can recycle your army whenever you like. You just throw it all into your recycle bin when you're done with it. Can you imagine? I am really, really, really surprised that no environmental activists or any group, Stop Oil, blah, 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 have targeted Games Workshop heavily. Not just because of the plastic that they use, but also all of the electricity that they must need, and the burning of fossil fuels and whatever, just to run their whole, you know, plastic operation. It seems really, really bizarre. Well, it's not bizarre. You just have to follow the money. It's the sugar. No, it's not. It's chocolate. Can we just not have chocolate? Can we please just go back to having chocolate in chocolate bars, not flavored? Like, they do it with everything though. They've done it with petrol, you know. Oh, you know, 10 ethanol 10 or whatever it is. And now you've got super unleaded, which is 95. Yeah, actually, that's what unleaded was before. Sorry, what? Sorry, I'm on a massive rant today. They did start out as cardboard box set games along with D&D. Yeah, but that was so long ago, Maxim. That was so long ago. They would have forgotten that by now. Come on. They would have forgotten that by now. Seriously, when are we going to get cardboard Space Marines, though? I think I've done an all right job with this, I think. All right, so just a little bit there, though. These are one of the trickiest bits to get correct. But luckily, right. Don't want to mess around with them too much, but let's put the barrels on. The other way around. Oh, knew it would fall off. Let's try that one. And that one. We've got like a hair on there. Okay, that's the barrels complete. We can glue them in here. drop everything. Oh, they go in quite nicely actually. But again, it's too loose. Still too loose. They have good. What's the word? I'm trying to think of a word now. Tolerances. Good tolerances. So far, is the resin Fellblade? I'm not Revan. I don't think it's as black and white as that. I think it is. There's positives and negatives for all of it. The thing is, you can't get the resin one anymore, so it's off the table. Like if you could still get the resin Fellblade, then it would be up to the purchaser what they value more. Like, do you value a quicker build? Do you value slightly more detail? Do you value interchangeable sponsons without using magnets? Because I can change those sponsons, but they're magnetized. Do you like the ability to move the demolisher cannon or the barrels, which you can on this one? Do you want to save some money? Because yeah, you can pick this up for about £106, which is almost half price, and that's been the same for all of the resin plastic. And this is what I've been saying for all of the resin plastic kits for the past 3 years. They have negatives and positives. Wind turbines work 50% of the time. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, hybrid. Yeah, there's a few instances. It's not just Chernobyl though, isn't there? There's that incident in America where it just let out a load of stuff. Then there's the Fukushima, which, yeah. And also you could say, oh, but the Fukushima one, that was, that was like an act of nature that affected it and stuff. Yeah, okay, but what happens if, like, there's a war and one of them gets severely damaged for some reason, like accident or whatever? Yeah. Again, I don't think it's a silver bullet. For you to prefer the plastic as it's easier. Yeah, and Maxim, you've built a Kratos. You can build one of these. This is fine. But unfortunately, we have droopy barrel syndrome with this one. The barrels are just too heavy, chunky to stay in one place, which is really quite annoying. Even with that on. Yeah, that's annoying. And this locks in, it seems. Is it locking? Yeah, I would have liked it so that you could aim it like that, but you can't. Will I raise them? I might just keep them like there. Yeah, I'm going to glue them in. I made that decision. Before I do that, exactly. It's what you prefer to work with, and also, like, if you prefer to work with plastic and it's costing you less money, I think you're willing to take the hit on the, it's going to take me 2-3 times the amount of time tax. Sacrifice, compromise. You know that's the thing. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. At the end of the day, most people do feel more comfortable with plastic. They've built most of their minis with plastic. That's really annoying because I don't think I chipped that off. I'm going to have to green stuff that. Don't let me forget. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't chip that off myself. I would have seen it fly off if I had. Yeah, so we got to glue these in place. So how we're going to do that, I have no idea. We'll have them slightly raised. Nope. Anything I can use to slightly raise this. I'll do. Oh, and then we've got to put all of these other things on. What I'll do is I'll just clean these up, but then that will be, what time are we? Yeah, I'm going to have to take that off and it's not going to be set and all those kind of things. So I think I'll clean these up, glue what I can. And then that will be the end of the live stream. I'm having no Space Marines popping out of this one, much like the other one. I might do for the glaive, like the glaive might be the only one where I have a Space Marine popping out. The thing is, the Space Marines on this, on the vehicle accessory sprue, are the same as the ones on the Predator, the Sikaran, the Rhino, the Spartans, Land Raiders. They're exactly the same. So, yeah, they're not special. It's a bit too much to ask to get a super heavy tank vehicle accessory sprue, though. It's a bit on the wish list there. But it would be cool if you could have a, you know, they've got the multi-melter, which is a heavy weapon. It would be cool if you could have a pintle-mounted las cannon or maybe not a plasma cannon, but yeah, that would be cool. Just having a las cannon, just sat there on the top of a tank. Uh, are the ads that you're watching? Are they video ads, or do they just come up as a one picture? Because what I'm going to do is for the live stream tomorrow, I'm not going to have ads on, and it's going to be really interesting to see how that affects things. Oh, I just got another ad there. Mine's a health app advert, my one. It's probably because I started the live stream saying that I was ill. I'm not ill, but I was ill. So now we kind of play a game of Buckaroo a little bit with this. What we'll do is, I think we. Oh wow! So we can't. I thought we were able to glue that on there, but no, it goes all the way through. So do they actually fit then? That's the question. Or do you just put them on? They must fit somehow. Yeah, so it's literally just after we do this top bit, it's literally just the sponsons and then the vehicle accessory sprue. I am going to put a multi-melter on there as a pintle weapon. I don't care that it breaks up the silhouette of the tank and things. It's not really a massive issue. And I might even put a missile launcher thing on the back, even though I like to think that the tank commander would be there. You'd have a tank commander, an auxiliary gunner, your driver locked away somewhere there. Then you'd have your loaders and whatever. You probably have, I'd say, I mean, you could get away with 4 Space Marines, but I would probably say there's at least 5 or 6 of them in there. Maybe they could handle just 4. But I don't know. I still think 5 would be a bit safer. Right, that should be set by now. Oh, just pop up pictures. Okay, that's all right then. That camera shot of them facing off with the assault. is cool. Facing off with the assault. Oh, what, this little thing? Oh, that'd be right. Okay, interesting. No, I haven't. I haven't seen the kit bash pics and things. Where's that on? Is that on the website or on GW's website? Okay. Yeah, we can start popping a few of these things on. Such as that. And this thing. I don't know what this thing is. I don't see any more lines on it. Okay, put that in there. So yeah, this is where we play a bit of Buckaroo. I don't know which piece is which here. Oh, that goes on quite nicely. So if we just pop that on there. Um, they're in the journal Tacticas. Okay. The Hyperios missile tank uses a Scorpius tank hull. Oh, okay. Ah, that's very cool. Good. It should, because yeah, they look similar. The question is, Maxim, are you going to get one of these tanks for your Night Lords? That is the question. Don't know whether it works for Night Lords, but it would look very sick in that colour. Oh. I'm very happy with the way that's gone on. They didn't put the cupola hatches on yet, though, did they? No. Anyway, we're ready to build the Gravis heavy bolters tomorrow after we build the Space Marine Captain with jump pack. That's what I said I would do. We'll leave these off, actually. We'll move them to one side because I do want to put the multi-melter on. I've got to decide which cupola I put it on. I kind of want to put it on here and then put missiles on the back. Again, I don't know about the missiles. I don't know if it kind of works with Imperial Fists. But yeah, I think we've progressed massively today. It's been 3 hours, so I've done a full 3-hour live stream coming off of being ill. Quite chuffed with the progress with that today. Yeah, quite happy. So I've I've gone from having just 2 tracked sides of the tank to the base, the top, the engine, the weapons, and now the turret as well. So I think that's a good little 3-hour progress. Now there's 2. They're kind of looking at each other like the Spider-Man meme. Like, hang on a minute. So yeah, tomorrow sponsons is all we've got to do really, along with the couple of weapons on the top, and then we're done. But yeah, join me tomorrow. What I will do is I'll get that Space Marine Captain. I might get it at 10 o'clock. I might get it at 11. I might get it in the afternoon. Who knows? With Royal Mail, you're literally just rolling dice. Put it this way: if I don't get it by sort of 12 o'clock, I'll start a live stream and I'll finish the tank. Okay. But remember, I've got to do that news and pre-order video tomorrow morning, which does take a few hours of my day. Yeah, join me then. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's good to hear, Maxim, that you get that tank, that the Fellblade. You're very welcome. Do you want to be sponsored by the Iron Warriors? Yeah, always. Yeah, good luck with your Iron Warriors as well. And yeah, thanks ever so much, everyone, for joining this afternoon. And I'll see you tomorrow or in the next video, but hopefully tomorrow. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.